Nigeria, my beloved country. Working together is the key. Welcome to the Zuma Big Talk, and this is where we attempt to solve some of the challenges that we face as citizens of this beloved nation, Nigeria. That song is by Fumi Adams, recorded a little while back, but it's still as valid as it was then, it is today. Gallery, are you there? Zuma Big Talk today, Lawrence. We're looking at how to save money in this period. And when I say save money, I'm not saying carry cash and keep somewhere, right? Inflation rates have risen across the world. I don't like the way you're looking at me. You're looking at me as if, was this safe? Across the world, inflation rates have risen, from Australia to the United Kingdom, from the United Kingdom to Japan, Japan to the US. Everybody has one issue or the other, that has made the price of goods and services rise, and also purchasing power reduce. As a matter of fact, a few days back, I did see pictures of some Italians queuing to get food from the government, with their plates, and that tells you that they say as it hits the nose, that's how it hits the eyes. Nigeria is not insulated or isolated from some of these challenges, but as individuals, as citizens who need to mitigate some of these challenges, how do we save some money in these very interesting times?
Well, Kemi, I think this is really very unfair.
Why?
On me, because I don't think I qualify at all to speak about issues like this.
Kilo day?
In our house, my wife is the manager. She's the prudent one.
Let's put a call through to Mrs. Lawrence.
She's the prudent one. She knows how to squeeze water out of stone and everything. But I think at the base of all that is just to identify what you need and not what you want. And then prioritize your need. Because even the need, you may not be able to afford everything at the end of the day. You prioritize it and go for the ones at the top of the ladder, depending on your income, and there's so many other things.
Takes me to the days of scale of preference.
Exactly.
Economics, SS1.
So that's the best way I can simplify it.
Well, you see, one of the challenges that we have, or the average human being has, is that our wants are insatiable. And then, like you said, some people confuse wants with needs, right? And then many of us grow up from daddy I want this to now having your own money, and then you just buy what you want and then forget what you need. And it also now, for those who grew up where you don't have to make a list, sometimes you want to go to school, they say make your list. But some people don't have to make a list, so they just get money and go. So planning is one. Another thing, I don't know if you, back in the days, right, Lawrence, where when you buy pepper, you have small buckets of paint, that the seed of pepper, you just throw it in those buckets of paint. You'll be surprised and amazed at how much pepper you can get from those seeds when they eventually mature. You understand? Some people have a little backyard in their space where you could just pour the water and let it grow. And since we are a pepper-eating country, pepper, tomatoes, some people, you buy spring onions, you're done getting the spring onions out of it, and then you throw away the bottom part of it, when you can actually just dip it into a small pure water nylon with soil inside, because what you need to grow stuff is not even land, is soil, and just stick the spring onion into it and it grows. So you buy like 15 naira spring onions, you put it there. It's just that commitment to add a little bit. Do you get? And they may sound very little. They may sound very negligible, but you'll be amazed at how much you will save from little measures like that, right? There are also the ways of saying, okay, if this is like a dress, that I want to, one of the good things about Sena Climb, so to speak, is that they do a lot of do-it-yourself. You understand? They do a lot of do-it-yourself. And these days, you even have these machines that you can hold and just quickly make a mending of your cloth. Maybe you want to get some new clothes and maybe you can't afford it at the moment. You can restyle your clothes. Take out the hands and maybe decide, okay, you want to wear turtlenecks inside. Now I'm talking a woman. You understand that kind of thing. For shoes, you can resole your shoes. There are people who make shoes these days. Just kind of resole these shoes for me. Maybe the shoe cost about 10,000, 5,000, 30,000. The sole is still good. Take off the top, put another top. You understand, and it still goes, right? So I think that more than anything else, we might just want to be thinking outside the box, that it might really, really help. All right, it's time for you to call. Let's Jojo. Let's talk. Let's see how we can save each other some money. I don't know. Okay, let's see how we can save each other some money in these interesting times. 0818-22-22-205 is the number to call. 0818-22-22-205 is the number to call. You may also call 0903-2229-797. 0903-2229-797. Then again, one of the ways to also save money, if you are one of those who like to shop in departmental stores, right? If you go, Lawrence, this tricky, let me tell you. If you check it, especially the yellow one, the yellow one I'm talking about, right? They have how much you're paying per kilogram for each item. You will actually see like 2 or 3 items, right? Maybe same thing, but the price you're paying per kilogram is different. So if you take a look at that, you can quickly tell yourself, oh, no, this thing I'm paying more per kilogram. Another way to save, if you go out to particularly look for made in Nigeria products, you will save yourself a whole lot of money. I'll give you an example. There's a particular brand that is from outside Nigeria. It's a cocoa brand, but they are based in Nigeria, all right? It's a brand that, has a Nigerian arm, right? And then there are the Nigerian arms of cocoa brands too, right? That they're pure cocoa, no sugar, nothing. And they're a whole lot cheaper, right? I'm saying more than like 2 times cheaper than that. So you want a cocoa, and then you now say, okay, let me get this cocoa, get your sugar, get your milk. You understand? You can combine it that way. You still get the benefits of cocoa. Sometimes what we have is people have these locked tastes. No, I don't take this one. This is what I take. You understand? And your pockets, you need to also save. Let's see what this one is saying here. This message here says, hi, Kem and Ogalo. I'm enjoying what you are saying to us this morning. I'm learning quite a lot on how to save money. I just want to say a very big thank you. My name is Sanusi. I'm texting from Karu. Thank you very much, Sanusi.
Thank you, Sanusi.
All right, you can send us messages on 0818, WhatsApp messages on 0818-22-22-205. You may also send a text message to 0903-2229-797, 0903-2229-797. We'll take a quick break, and when we do come back, we'll be taking more of your messages and, of course, your phone calls on the Zuma Big Talk this morning. We'll take a break, and we'll be back.
Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. If Nigeria go better, now your hand is there. If Nigeria go better, now my hand is there. Make we join us together, make Nigeria for better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go
Citizen FM 93.7 is 15 minutes down aside 8 o'clock. This is the Zuma Big Talk, and we are talking about how, as a people, we can minimize on our cost. Another way to do that is try as much as possible not to get in debt, especially debt that has interests. Abby?
Exactly.
All these loan apps, loan sharks, avoid.
They will come after you.
It's not.
And then another thing also is to avoid wastage. You know, sometimes we do things that we don't necessarily need to do. You see someone go into maybe a place to just buy stuff, and you know that you can't afford to finish this, but you just buy it anyway. And by the time you're halfway through it, you abandon it and walk out. You look at it as small now. How much is it? Small now. But, you know, apart from the moral aspect that it's bad to waste food or anything, people around the world are hungry, then you also lose money.
Well, this is the way my mom puts it. When you don't, as a child, I didn't like eating too much. So she said, waste not, want not. Oh, yeah, sit down there and finish your food.
Thank God for that woman. Oh, thank God for her.
So, waste not, want not. And so, when you say, oh, I'm full, sit down there, waste not. So, you'll be there crying and be eating the food. And it's a good way to actually raise a child at the end of the day, you know.
You see the way you turned out. Well, mommy, wherever you are, God bless you.
Ogalori. Amen. Let me first say amen first. Then, another way is to also get your subscriptions under control. Many of us love to be entertained, and so you're getting entertained on that cable TV, you're getting entertained on that movie subscription, you know, and all of that.
Very, very, very important, Kemi, very, very important. Even your consumption of data, you also need to streamline it and make sure that it's absolutely necessary for your work and maybe for your pleasure, just when you can afford it. Because I have quite a few cousins and nieces that will disturb me. I say, look, don't ever call me that you need money for data. If you need money to buy textbooks, if you need money for but certainly not data, because
you can study on the internet now.
No, I know what they use their data for, and that doesn't mean
you see, I can't look you in the eye as you're saying it.
And I know what they do with it. It's honest. Most times, if you are running a course online, it's understandable, but it's not. Every time I see you, you're on a particular app, giggling, smiling, wasting away.
And guess what? As beautiful as the internet is to entertain us, there are quantum opportunities to earn money from the internet. However, if we are unable to control ourselves with regards to what we are doing on the internet, it's like a rabbit hole. It just sucks you in. You go to different places, waste your time, waste your money, waste your energy.
And your sanity.
And your
sanity.
So what I first say to myself is, wait, I'm here now. Am I making money from this thing? Because some people say, oh, you're not on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I don't know how to monetize it, and I don't think that it is worth my time. Entertainment, I'd rather read a book. I'd rather meditate. So these are priorities that we also need to set for ourselves. Because you see, every time you spend, and I apologize for mentioning a brand, every time you spend on an app that you're not benefiting from, either from knowledge, financially, you know, or you're learning or teaching something, you are wasting your own life. 24 hours is all we all have. And if we don't plan it properly, we will be in proper mess.
Absolutely. True. I also know that there are some career paths you choose. You'll be forced to use some of these apps. You understand? That's understandable.
That's why I said the first question is this entertainment, or am I learning? Am I growing? Am I making money?
Exactly.
People make millions.
If I was not doing what I'm doing, there are some apps that will not be on my phone.
Exactly. And the truth is, if you remember that some people are making millions from your own consumption, you ask yourself, how can I also make these millions from giving out something for other people to consume too? You understand? Else, you won't even be able to. Now we are talking about savings. Mr. Lawrence was laughing at me. You won't be able to talk about savings at all. And the good thing about it is that some of these apps, you can make your millions in dollars, right? And some of these apps, you can make your millions even in naira.
You see, it's funny that you just mentioned one of the apps. I read something about somebody on that app. The young guy, I think he's from one of these East African countries. He lost his job in a bank and everything.
Senegal, I know him.
Senegal.
Yeah.
So he went into it, and and today I think he's the highest gross earner on that.
As
app.
a matter of fact, he has actually even met celebrities who, and guess what? He doesn't even talk.
He makes so much money for saying nothing.
He doesn't even talk. He's met Ronaldo, even on the other apps, sister apps to that particular app, he makes a whole. So the question is, ask yourself, how can I monetize my time on the internet? That way your day job will just be, an addendum. That said, use your insurance. That's another way to save some money. Okay, Nigerians don't believe in insurance.
I'm sure a lot of people will say, what is wrong with her? Shocking. But
it saves you a lot.
The truth of the matter, Kem, is that a lot of, I know that years back, the integrity of that industry was questionable.
But now it's better.
But now it's better. A lot of people. I've had a few of my friends who lost their vehicles and they had to be compensated because they did comprehensive insurance. And a lot of things, it's not as expensive as we used to think.
No, it's not. It's not.
You understand? It's just for you to get the required information and know where to go and what to do, and you're good to go.
Absolutely. And I think lastly, I will share something someone shared with me on Monday, Dr. Dairo. He said, when you get money, divide it into 4. Pay your loan. And this is not to loan sharks. The loan to your parents who have raised you. It's pay your debt. I beg your pardon. Pay your debt, okay? And there's the debt to the parents who have raised you. Give them something. Thank you for having been there. It's a debt you owe them to take care of them in their old age, Then pay your loan. Give your children. Take care of them. Pay their school fees, do the right things, and all of that. The other one, he says, throw it away. And by throwing it away, he says, give people, help people, support people. It seems like it's a throwaway, but it will come back to you.
And you're very good at that. At least that I know.
No. Well. That I think it was inherited from my father. So you throw it away.
I wish you inherited so many other things from him. He was such a gentleman.
I wish I inherited his height because he was quite tall. Well, let's continue with our this thing because we are about to leave. So he says, throw it away. Give out, give to people, help people, encourage their lives, assist where necessary. And then he said the 4th one is to, I've forgotten how he coined it, but it was about you spending on yourself, because you know that will not come back to you in any way. Because the one I think is the 4th one that is throw away. Then the 3rd one, I can't remember, I'm sorry. But that one, it says when you give out, it will come back to you. No matter, it may not be from the same source, but it will come back to you. But the last one, you throw it away, so you buy things for yourself because you know that it's yourself, that you understand. Buy good clothes, look good, buy yourself the basic necessities of life. And I think with that, we have wraps this Zuma Big Talk up nicely. I don't know. What do you think, Lawrence?
Yeah, it's good. When we started, I was not sure I knew anything about this.
But you did a lot. You did quite well. See what you said about insurance and all of that. And that said, I think we should leave with another song. Since we did a Fumi Adams, we'll leave with a song by Onye Kaunwenu. And you're wondering which one she will play, right? One love. Keep us together. So, may one love keep Nigeria together. Have a great day. I'm Kem.
Are you too? I'm Lawrence Omoite.